Optimizing your writing process. Channel your inner speed writer. You need to have a big picture goal and be professionally committed. Setting your goal means you need to measure where you're at. How many days a week do you write? And how many books a year do you write? You need to then figure out where you want to go. How many words would you like to write, and what is your book product output? And also figure out what's realistic based on your circumstances. How many books can you write? In the beginning, I was a very slow writer. I took 4 years to write my first book. I wanted to write 2 books in a year, about 150,000 words. But what was stopping me? I needed to write 2 books, and I did achieve that, but it took a while. Here's how I did it and what I learned. I wrote down the date, how long I spent every time I wrote, and it was important to be consistent and write every day or regularly. I wrote down my word count every time I sat down and how long I sat down for. I also wrote down where I was and what time of day it was. I tracked a lot of the details. I kept everything on a spreadsheet, which I can share with you. And I experimented with the time of day, the place, the duration, and day of week even. I discovered I write fast in short sprints, and I lose productivity after an hour. I also discovered you need to be prepared. Outlining or preparation is very important to not getting stuck. Preparation by outlining or plotting. You can use collages, charts, story boxes, plot lines, index cards. You need to create your own map to know where you're going. That really improves productivity. Even for pantsers, if you plot just for that day, that could really help you. What other thing a lot of people find effective is to write your first draft fast, to just do it really quick as possible and without editing. And if you get stuck, there's ways to get unstuck. My favorite is to put in place markers. Ernest Hemingway stops when he's really in the thick of things. I also use timers. I use group sprinting, writing out of order. And I also joined a Facebook sprinting group, which was very helpful to me, Sprint Writers. I have read books called 2K to 10K and other books that were very helpful in learning tidbits. But things don't always go well, and you just need to start the next day and regroup. And in the last 5 years, I have written 27 books and counting.